Hello to all. Welcome back to my another video in which I am going to discuss about the origin software for nano devices. Why I am discussing this? Because I I also faced same difficulty while searching for the origin videos for nano devices. So I thought let's share that how to plot different characteristics of devices using origin software. So, I would like to introduce what is Origin software. Origin is primarily a GUI software with a spreadsheet frontend. Unlike other popular spreadsheet software like Excel, we are commonly using the Excel. Origin worksheet is column oriented, while the Excel is cell oriented. You have to apply the formula to the cell. You can't apply the formula to the column. So, but in Origin, you can apply the formula for, for the whole column. Now, how and where we can use the Origin software? Origin software is basically to analyze and graphing and interpreting the data from the various sources. Origin is commonly used in the field such as physics, engineering, biology, and chemistry for tasks like curve fitting, statistical analysis, signal processing, and creating a very good publications with the help of graphs and figures. So, what I am going to discuss in this video is new graph project, how to open the graph project, how to import the data files because we have the data in some kind of .dat files, how to plot the single graph, how to change the axis, more than one plot in the single plot, double axis, how to plot the energy band diagram, which is the most important, and how to plot potential and electric field diagrams. So let's get started. Now this is the origin graph which I have this is the origin graph which I have opened. This is basically a project that you have to be open. Now you need to add the Excel sheet. So from here you can add the book 1 as Excel sheet. Now we can see here are the columns. Okay. If you want to add more than one column data, you can just click on this add new column and you can just increase the number of columns. Next, you can see that over the here, you can easily have x-axis and number of y-axis. So this help us to create the different graphs in one single graphs. Now, I would like to show you that you can not only limit it to one x-axis and number of y-axis, but you can change the x-axis by right click set as x-axis. So you can see that the B column is named as x-axis 2. So it is also as x-axis. So I am not going to use this. So I am changing it back. So the second step is that how to import the file. There are two methods that you can import the file. One, you can just simply copy the data from the Excel file or from the .dat file so that you can easily get the graph. And second is you have to import the data file from the sources. So I am going to show that how to import the file. So click on file, then click on import and then click on a single sky. Now I am going to include my idvd.dat file. I have also selected the all files because these are my ASCII files. So I'm selecting this and open this. So now here I have already get this data from TCAD software in the form of .dat file, and from there I have imported it. So we can see that all the data has been imported. So yes, it is not in the form. So this is your x-axis. We can see this is your gate voltage and this is your drain voltage. So we need to change drain current. This is your drain current and this is your gate voltage. So we can easily change the name of the column, that it is your gate voltage and this is your drain current, gate voltage and drain current. So in this video I am going to share that how to plot the gate voltage and the drain current plot. So I'm giving the units ampere per micrometer and here I'm giving the units volt. Now we can see that gate voltage should be on x-axis and drain current should be on y-axis. So we are changing their x-axis. So here it should be on x-axis and here it should be on y-axis. Also, you can just copy this column to this side and this column to this side. So you can easily swapping the columns, that would be also fine. So it is very simple method that you can use to import the data and you can easily create that data. So this value is not suitable for our so I am going to change this, but let me just first plot the graph. Now it is very important how to plot the graph. Let's start. We have to select the whole graph. Like here arrow will come, it will select the whole graph, whether you have the values over here, that all values will get selected. So you have to hold the graph, but if you want to select only these two values, that will be also plotted with the help of graph. So we will first select only these two values so that these two columns will not come because these two columns are empty. So I don't want to see these columns in my graph. So let's plot the graph. Now I would like to discuss that these are the plotting options. Here you can just plot with the line. Here you can just plot with line plus symbols. You can plot the lines, you can plot the horizontal step, you can plot with the vertical step, you can plot with the spline connected. Next, you can plot with scattered symbols, okay, scattered central. So these are the different options that you can plot with, but we don't go with these options unless we have some very statistical values. So we will go with the simple options. So line plus symbol, or we opt for the line. Okay, so first I would opt with the line. So I have selected the lines. So you can see that a plot will appear in front of you within the form of line. So this origin is basically very much versatile. You have to just play with it and you will get to know that how to plot the graph. Now I have shown you that it is very simple to plot the graph. Now I'm going with this line plotting. After that I will discuss with the symbol plotting. So yes, now this plot. This is also the plot that we get in the software. Now I want to represent this graph in a very beautiful and understandable way. Now I am looking at this side. This is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. So yes, it is readable. You can just copy this graph and paste on your paper. But I want it more appealable and more presentable. Okay, so that anybody can get the information easily. So I would like to change the y-axis to the readable format. So this side will basically the linear side. This is the linear graph, linear current graph. Okay, I want to change it to the log. So what will I do? I will select, double click on this. Now you will see this kind of pop up. Now you can see that there are different kind of options that you can choose and make this graph very presentable. And selection, you can also select the different axes on the same graph. You don't have to worry about and clicking on the each side. So we will first change the scale. Now go to the scale. Now you can see there is a linear option here. From this to this, they are plotting the graph, but I want it to change to the log file. So what I will do? Linear to log. I will select the log. So it will easily change from 8.5 to minus 8, e raised to power 18 to e raised to power minus 6. So this is the range in which the plot is being plotted. So you can also change the increment. Here I am typing 2. I'm typing 2. Okay. Now here are minor ticks. So these small ticks are minor ticks. These are the major ticks. So if you want, okay, that's fine. If you don't want, that's also fine. If you want to change, that is also fine. If you don't want to change, that is also fine. Okay. From here, you can also change the scale of the graph. So I'm doing it normal graph. So I'm not changing any kind of scale. We will this cover in another video because I'm not going to change the scale. Let's start with OK. See, you can see that the plot has been plotted, but now your value is very much lower than it is 10 to the power minus 16 from and very much lower. So what I will do, I will increase the limit. So I will also apply OK. It is also, we are increasing the limit. So let's again. Okay. So you can see the graph, right? You can see the graph or the whole graph, right? So it is in the log form. Okay. So yes, we are very familiar with this kind of graphs. Okay, which are in the log form. So you can, in which format you want to draw, you can easily switch that format. Now I want it more representable. So I want these major and minor ticks to be inside, not to the outside. So again, I'm clicking on it and I'm going to on the title and format. Here you can change the color. Change the color of the axis and the text, but I'm not going to change. But if you want to change, you can change. So you can apply just like this. The color will be changed. So I am moving backward to the black and apply. Okay. And if you want to change the thickness, you can change the thickness from here. If you want to change the length of the text, major text, you can change it from here. So these are the various characteristics you will get, and these are the options that you will get while you are opting for the very pictorial representation. So I am taking here major ticks to the inside and minor ticks also inside. Okay, so it is on the axis key left position, right? So I am applying to this. You can see all the ticks are coming in the same manner. which I want. Now I also want this gate voltage, the x-axis, in the same manner. So I'm doing this, and I don't want the small ticks on the, if I want, okay, fine, I want. If you don't want, then click on none. You will see that the small ticks won't come. Next is how to change or how to make the graph in the square form. So for that, I have to add the upper top axis and the right axis. So I'm clicking over here, but I don't want any kind of ticks for that because there are no values that I want to plot. So I am opting for none for major ticks and also none for minor ticks. So I'm applying over here. Same for the, I'm clicking on show axis and ticks and none for the right. So I am okay with it. So this is the square plot, or you can say the presentable plot. Now I would like to see the values only from 0.03 or 0.04, or I can say change this x-axis. Okay, so also I would like to scale from, let's see, I want to see from 0. minus 0.2 to 1.0 on increment with this. So see that values have come. Now you can also see that this is in the case in the form of e raised to power minus 7. I also want to change this. So I will also just double click on this. Now the tick and labels have come. Now type, you can see the time format, you can see the different format that you can change, but this is my numerical values, so I am using numerical values. You can change the font type also over here, you can change the color, you can change the points, whether you want it bold, all the things you can do over here. Next, this is the basically how you change the presentation of your values for the logarithmic scale. So here I have the default value is decimal, scientific is there, engineering is there, decimal is there. Okay, I'm let you show that how the scientific works. It will come like 10 raised to power minus 19 in this form. Now if you want to engineering side, this will come like this. Okay, in the engineering field, if you want to like this, it will come like this. And most common, I have used this, so I'm using scientific form. So that is more representable in my type of work. Okay, so I hope this is very much easier. So okay, this should come inside because it shows that it is a drain current, right? Now if you want to add any other things inside the graph, just click on this tool, text tool, and type MOSFET. So you can easily add any kind of text inside the graph. So this is how. Now click on save or just press Ctrl plus S and everything that you have done will be saved. So this is how you plot the graph for drain current versus gate voltage. Now I will show you that how to plot the graph for different plots. Okay. Now next is I would like to show that how to plot different values of drain current on the single graph. So I am here interpreting that different values of drain current for the temperature, right? So here you can see that I have used the value that for 300, 400, 500 and 600. So I have to select the graph values, select the values of Excel file, and I'm going to use this time the symbol plus line. So I'm just clicking on it and the value will come in the form of your linear graph. So you can see that here I have already selected some previous values. So I will change, I will use this current. I will simply change this with, I will simply change this name and apply here for ampere per micrometer, micro and meter. So you can see that I have used this alpha beta. This is a Greek symbol and you can easily just click on it, and for micro m, for theta t, for alpha a, you can just simply put the symbols on the graph as well. So I know that we can use different graphs and symbols using this origin. Now I would like to change this side also, because this is my gate voltage and the unit is this. So why I am showing this, I can also use this kind of graph, but the problem is that I have changed the value over here, okay, and this graph has changed also. So if you want to delete this graph, you can easily delete this graph by using delete, selected, delete. Now I have changed the value in the same graph, so all my values have been changed. Okay, so I'm plotting on the same, using same Excel sheet, and I'm plotting the different version of the current. So let's just again change the linear to log, apply, okay. So you can see we have different plots again. Now you can just simply click on this, okay. Now it will come like this, a pop-up window. Now group is there. Group means you are selecting all the lines. But if you want to select the particular line, then you will select the independent mode. But I would like to suggest, if you want to change the size of the lines or the width of the lines, or then you just apply here, change the width here, straight. If you want to use B spline, means curved graphs. If you want to use dash lines or dot line, this will use when you use single line change, because sometimes we need to represent our graphs in the dotted form, in the dash form, in the dot dash form, short dashes. So that is basically used when you choose one single line. So I'm not using any other over here because I have already applied for this. So you can see the width of the lines have been changed. Now I am going to select group and independent mode, and I'm going to okay. Again, now you can see that I have selected you can select it from here or here. Okay, you want to change the value of this black line, just go to symbol. Now you can change the color. You can change the color to this color or any kind of color. You can change, if you want to change the short dash, okay, you can change. Again, if you want to change the symbol, so you will also change the symbol style. So you can change the symbol like this, apply, okay. So you can see that the symbol form has been changed. I think I have covered most of the points about this. Okay. Now, if you would like to, if you want to like to see that how we plot different energy band diagrams, then now I will add another sheet using this new workbook, and add another sheet over here, okay, where I have take the values of the graphs in which valence band and conduction band graphs. So all these value we will plot and against the x coordinate, because your energy band diagram will you plot in the form of x-axis and y-axis. In the y-axis it will be energy, and in x-axis it will be location, or you can say at the horizontal side of the graph. of the device basically. So okay, fine, I have given this value and got this value from the .dat file and from the tcat. That is, you can see in my tcat videos, from where in those videos I have used the tcat software to how to get the values or the .dat files from the Silvaco tcat. So yes, I will plot this using simple line. On we can see that this energy band diagram have come. So again, here the values have been changed because I haven't mentioned anything over here, long name and like this. So yes, you can give over here, and just like by clicking here you can just edit it. Energy value is E electron volt. Here you can just write this as location along the device, because that's we are mostly using. It is in the nanometer. If you are using the nanometer, my device is in nanometer, so I have used the nanometer. So yes, so this is all about the energy band diagram, and I hope you can easily change this graph. So in this video, I'm just going to discuss the up to this graph. So I'm giving you an assignment to change this graph in a very beautiful graph. So apply the top line axis and apply the right axis, then join this and join this to the axis. So you will see that you can easily change the pictorial representation of the graph. So that's all for the today, and we will continue this origin graphs software to visualize our results for the various graph representation in the next video. Stay tuned for my next video. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.